Hello, Matcha. Hello, Violent. Hello, Violent Matcha. Or, wait, it would be Violent Mage or Matcha Azul. The fusion. We also need to see Tower of God to read it. I think. I think that would be from Benefit. But I am questioning why the chat is not appearing. Why the fancy chat is not appearing. Well, ugly chat would be here. But when will fancy chat also be here, huh? And when will the bot be alive? That's also another question we have to ask ourselves. Close this. This is fine. Did. One last stretch. Ugh. Last week, a major thing happened in the world of Tower of God. We started our first battle between family heads. This is the first actual battle between family heads, right? We got Traumerei versus Gaston. Guston, I don't fucking know if I think he's French. Like Pobido is like like everything disconnected. Oh my god. I don't like for Lupobia, I have no idea what they are. For Kun, they're kind of like led to be not really Spanish. Are they like Argentinian? Like Kun is like Spanish, Argentinian, something like that. Pobido seems to be French. I have no idea what Lopobia is supposed to be. They are not German, I can say that much, even though they have Traumerei, but that's like the only one. So we got the. I guess he's Gaston. Gaston. But yeah, they are facing off each other, and Lopobia Traumerei was the first to actually fire up like a bigger attack. Hello, Woodpecker! Welcome to today's stream. I can also deactivate ugly chat now. The disconnect was like the very first like big named attack we have seen from any family head, right? Like we saw like the family head battle, but Data World doesn't count. Like yes, they were battling there, but like that's nothing in comparison to like what the real family heads should be. Like also we had like named attacks from Data the Heart, but only because we saw like those named attacks from Data the Heart, I don't really know if the like whenever in 10 years or 5 years we're first going to see the Heart battle seriously. Do you think he's still going to use the same sort of attacks as Data the Heart? It would be a really cool callback, but would it really be living up to the hype if he's just using things we have seen for like years and years ago already? But yeah, Disconnect was like the first really big family head attack we have ever seen. So I'm really wondering what like if this week we're going to see something more, if we're going to learn more about like the Disconnect or how Traumerei is going to use it, if we're going to see a attack from Gustang that's like some sort of flame that is reading your movement, like a movement tracking flame, right? Because he's reading a lot from Pobido, and he's using flames and all that. So a movement tracking, a movement reading flame, huh? Okay, let's get into the chapter. We have talked enough stupidity stuff now. I think the fight. I'm interested in the fight because I think it could be really cool. But the problem is, I don't know if it's the right word to say I don't care, but I don't really care what happens to either of those two great families. If Pobido gets destroyed, I wouldn't really mind. If Lopobia gets destroyed, I wouldn't really mind. Like, obviously, there would be big things in the world, and like it's not just because like they're enemies to us that I wouldn't mind. It's just like when a faction gets destroyed that you have like a relation to, even if it's like hatred, you would feel happy that they are destroyed, but like I just wouldn't care if either of them get destroyed. Is that hard? I don't know. Tower of God, I'm shitting on you, but I still think you are doing many great things. You just need to get out of your rut. I know, man, don't think so hard got any new moves. To be fair, he's just sitting there enjoying being the god of power. But Matcha, since Data Zahard was born, Zahard still grew. So, like, you know how low the floor of death is, right? Or like the hidden floor, not the floor of death, the hidden floor. You know how low that is technically. Like, wasn't it in the 40s or something? And we know that Zahard everybody climbed like to the, not to the top, but like to the limit of the tower. So are you saying in all the time Zahard didn't get any new moves? Zahard for sure got new moves in these like 80, 90 additional floors that he had to climb after the hidden floor. Yeah, okay, there we see it. Everything getting disconnected. If one of us is going to die here, it'll be you. Hello, Elyar. Elia. I. What the fuck, man? What are you doing here? Okay, is this... Did you come here because everybody in voice chat is full mute? I'm your biggest fan, bro! Yeah. Obviously, that's you, the penguin man. Gusting. Yeah, he's going to kill Gusting. I mean, Traumerei versus Gusting 3. How long will this battle go? I'm wondering if it will reach like in the 10, or if it's going to go into... There's no way it's going to go until 15 or 20 or something. At most, I see 10. Probably less. My biggest fan. Yeah, sure. We'll see about that. It's something, you know, unexpected. Like, sure, he got new moves, but probably really similar to his old ones. Probably just powered up versions, you know? I have no idea. I cannot imagine how Zahard fights. We know he's a fisherman, I think, but I'm not sure, like, if he's still going to use the different sword power-up things, like, until he gets to the Leviathan move, or if he's going to fire off meteorites, or if he's going to do something even bigger. I think we could be in for a really different kind of Zahard. Ah, yes, the good old disconnect. You see how it's a swirl? It's kind of like a vortex. And this like swirling motion is probably the key factor to how it's going to disconnect everything, because it's a whirlpool that destroys everything in its path. The roll means almost nothing now. Yeah, because that's a destroyed plot point. They always like, oh yeah, everybody can be in every role, but technically if they're in their main role, they're going to be way stronger if they are in their main role than like some sort of sub role. This livestream is probably gonna shape my view on Tower of God forever. Wait. I mean, this is the latest chapter, so I guess if you're seeing the latest chapter, it's going to be something. It's like... I'm also like talking mad shit, but it's still a good story. I'm being... Wait, what was my last ranking that I gave Tower of God? That's just Rachel, okay. The last rating I gave Tower of God was a 6.2 apparently, and I'm like an evil rater. Like, I'm very hard rating. Like, a 6.4 is not really bad. It's like, for like normal people say like average is 7, but for me average is still like 5. Like, a 5 out of 10 is average. Tower of God is a bit above average, but it has its problems, and we are still about to see if it's going to fix those things, or if it's just going to, you know, continue to fall off. I for sure think it's not going to be as bad as the gamer if you read that woodpecker. But if this is just like a peek for you into Tower of God, this is like the height. Like these are two of the strongest characters in the universe, just battling against each other, going all out, going for the kill. Positions was created to fight in a team, not alone. It still shows your fighting style. Yes, but like, I don't really think it matters. Like they were made to. If that was, sadly, we're just not getting as many real team battles anymore because team battles would be way too chaotic, I guess. But like your fighting style, yes, like a fisherman is like a close combat fighter. A scout is like a mixture of like close combat to range to like just like a rogue kind of. Uh, a, a wave controller is your classic mage that can fight from a distance, but it can also be like a combat close range mage. Uh, a wave controller could also be a healer technically. Like the Tower of God position system is like so vague that everything can be everything kinda. That we will almost, I don't think we will ever see another real team battle. Ah, look at that. I haven't seen that repulsive Shinsu control skill in ages. It's just like you. That's why you liked it so much. He used it to cut a carrot. I kinda want a lot, and I mean a lot, of the early Chars to die or never show up again. The story about the family is so much more interesting. The Rage story is so much more interesting. The old Chars can't keep up with anything anymore, and I also don't want them to get random bullshit power-ups. Would you recommend it for a good read? I think when you read Tower of God, it's a very hit or miss thing depending on what kind of thing you want to read. It has very extensive world building, but you're going to have to wait incredibly long for some answers. Like we're still waiting for some answers that have been like questions since like 300, 400 chapters ago. The battles are always cool to look at, but I preferred like I feel like season 1 and season 2 were stronger than season 3. Overall, I would say it's a good read, and it's a journey that will teach you a lot about storytelling, but in the end, if you want an extensive journey across many different places, introducing many very powerful characters that get replaced by the next powerful character, I feel like you will enjoy it. It has insanely good chapters, but at the same time, really bad ones. Yeah, like very big highs, but also very deep lows. Wow. So it can cut through anything, huh? I think so. I can only make it into this thin, flat shape, and it doesn't last very long. But this Shinsu sheet cuts through anything that touches it. So what? Isn't that basically the same as high pressure Shinsu? It seems pretty ordinary to me. I expected a more unique Shinsu control skill from someone who's been in anima for so long. Hey, keep it down. You know how sensitive he is. Don't upset him. I love how Edouan is just like shit talking Traumerei. Like Traumerei goes to his almost like brothers. Like they're not related, but like they're kind of brothers, like family. He goes to them and is like, I got this new control skill. Here, look at this. I really think it's super cool and super strong. And Edouan is like, damn bro, that kinda sucks. I thought it was something more special. But there's hardly any use for a Shinsu control skill like that. Yeah, you have a point there. Especially since it always has the same shape and attributes. But still, it kills anything that touches it. That's pretty impressive, right? I like it. Huh? Did he overhear us? I tend to be more open and welcoming than I look. But I like being able to cut people out of my life whenever I want. Not gonna lie, this is bullshit. Traumerai's Shinsu sheet is super cool. Bro can cut anything that's powerful as hell. We're getting into the concept side of Tower of God. Like, all of these guys have, like, concepts as abilities. Traumerai's concept is the ability to cut everything away, like, cut anything away that he doesn't want. Then we will see, like, you can probably see, like, from their personalities, like, what their concept abilities are. The switch up can be so real at times that, yeah. It's like a steady flow between both sides. So if Traumerei has the ability to cut everything off, You would think like, so Idwan being like a womanizer, or like being electricity, being casual, relaxing. Maybe he has, maybe Idwan is like a super weird Shinsu control skill, and that's why he became a womanizer. Maybe his Shinsu control skill is that the more he did things with women, the more powerful he grew. And Gusting, I don't know, Gusting is reading, he's very analytic, so maybe he actually has like the concept of reading as growth of understanding. So like his Shinsu control is like an area of effect where he's like in a zone, and the more time he spends with someone in that zone, the more powerful he grows against that person. Is super powerful even for family head levels, and he loves fighting, so his opinion is probably important. I mean, yeah, in a fighting sense, Idwan would probably be like, well, that thing is locked in one space. If I were to fight it, I could easily evade it. As a combat thing, I think he's valid. But like, if it's like a surprise factor, imagine you don't know the ability, or he just didn't use it, and it just comes out of nowhere while you're in a locked place, you can't do anything. I like this sheet. Like, see, he's moving the sheet around, right? You see here? Even after all this time, you still have used the same old boring Shinsu control skill. Anyone will probably win, but this is still powerful as hell and cool. Don't you ever learn any new tricks? Has the most Shinsu qualities, ice, lightning, and more. So I guess he has something related to that. So yeah, he could like some rainbow beam. Hello Sunuzia, welcome to the stream. I hope you had a nice day, and it's only going to get nicer from here on out. Maybe Idwan has something like some sort of reflection ability, where it's like some sort of catalyst, not the word, the thing where you blow light in, and then it comes out like as a rainbow. Maybe he has like an ability where he throws his Shinsu in, and then the Shinsu qualities of ice, lightning, and all the different qualities he has just get blasted out like in one attack. Like he has like a, I don't fucking know. I'm just brainstorming ideas here that I'm going to use for my things, maybe. Although that thing will kill me instantly if it touches me. Shut up. So, like, it will even kill Gustang instantly if it gets touched. Yes, even his data had 3, and he said his real version probably has more. Yeah, it would probably... Did he say light? Like, he said ice, lightning, but it's not like ice, lightning, and light. Is light even... What even are... Like, Shinsu qualities are not just elements, right? Because we know, like, Kun has the Shinsu quality of ice, even though he doesn't use it, like, Akira Anyas. He doesn't use it because he's a shithead, or he's a fucking idiot. Vrak's Shinsu quality is it rock, or is that more like one of his ancient abilities? Bum's Shinsu quality was like orb. Like orb isn't really an element, right? Or am I misunderstanding something there? And then what was Endorsi? Didn't Endorsi have something with a heart or something? At least it's better than your overcomplicated, useless Shinsu control skill. He could be a real nuisance if he activates his library. Okay, his library, that's his Shinsu control skill, like his main ability, his concept ability. I can't give him a chance to do that. I'm wondering what that library is going to be then. Like small hard needles. So is lightning like his main, and he has other things he doesn't really use? I would probably say that lightning and ice are his mains. Like for his family, like Kun Irwan's family, the Kun family, is mainly known for like electricity and ice, I think. So I would say his mains are electricity and ice. Look at all these critters, those small critters. It's time to end this. There he goes. He shoots the disconnection beam. I like how there's like small sparkles in there. Like the fancy disconnection beam. Lightning is main and ice is rare for Kun's children. But like seeing how Eduan is able to like learn these different things. Like you are, is it like you are naturally born with like at least one quality, or is it still rare to even have a quality? Like you need to awaken the quality, but like everybody has one quality at least, and then they can learn more qualities with training. I don't. I never really thought about that. Kun is dead anyway. He can't use it anymore. You know what they say? Die once, get revived. Die 4 times, get revived again. Die five. Die 5 times, stay fucking dead. He's not dead. How long has it been since we have seen him? Like 4 months? 5 months? We're waiting for a big return of Kun Aguero Anyas. He's just standing up and it's like, oh my god, I was in the realm of the dead and I met my future self, but my future self taught me this super incredible skill. I'm now as powerful as family heads. So he's building Minecraft out of his disconnection box. He has died at least 5 times, maybe more if Matcha is forgetting situations. I'm not entirely sure either right now. And that's why I hate this character. Like in season one in season one, I really liked him. In season two, it slowly changed a bit, but it was still like a decently good character. But it started off like being problematic that he died and gets revived, gets a random power up. I don't like the guy. Early on, he was a fan favorite. He's building the Minecraft worlds. Traumarai style Shinsu control skill. Incarnation of Rupture. So here they're calling it Rupture now instead of Disconnection. Which is kind of weird because we had like a discussion last week that like other translations called it. Wait, no, Webtoon always called it Rupture, right? Did Webtoon always call it Rupture, or did the fan translation call it Rupture? I'm mixing things up now. Like if it was Webtoon or Epic Minecraft, sure, yeah. I used to like him a lot, but that guy died so fucking often and got revived that I can't stand him anymore. I'm trapped. And how is he going to get out of that? He's using fire. Is he trying to make it impossible for me to dodge his attacks? In Korean, it's disconnection also. I don't even know if it was disconnection last week. I already forgot it. I kept disconnection in my mind, but I'm not sure if it was that. Look at him just matrix evading everything. Matrix evading. Is that his eye? Why did we get such a... Why did we get such a ginormous... Webtoon always... Okay, Webtoon was Rupture. The OG language for this Webtoon is Korean. I think most Webtoons are actually Korean stories. Like there are exceptions, but I feel like at least like from the classics, most of them are Korean because they like Webtoon overall is like a Korean website. Is it right? Because Webtoon belongs to Naver and Naver is Korean. And we just talked about connection last week. Why is it buffering? That close up from his eye is like super weird. Like I feel like his eye looks cool, but why are we seeing it? Is that an ancient fish? It's gotten enormous. Or is the eye from the ancient fish? Now I understand why Traumarai said that earlier. Devouring so many creatures. That thing has become so bizarre, I don't even know what to make of it. I can't incinerate it all at once. I feel like you can tell the difference between most manga from the art style. yeah, there are some key differences. And like with Redeye Studio, the studio that also did Solo Leveling, if you know that story, Redeye Studio became like one of the main studios to do like manhwa, like the Korean ones. So like that art style is very recognizable. Which is also funny because like everybody's like, oh my god, Solo Leveling has this godly art style. Now like every second webtoon that gets released has this art style. So not even the art style is like a standout thing for Solo Leveling anymore. No. I wonder what Gusting is going to do, or if when Gusting is going to activate this library skill of his. We can see that he's writing something here right now. So is he going to create a monster? Every Redeye story looks almost the same. Yeah, they have one art style. Like if you look at freaking Reborn Assassin and Last Adventurer, they almost look the same. I didn't like Solo Leveling that much. Like I couldn't get into it, you know? I mean, understandable. The story is super basic and boring. I read through it because I just want to see what it's all about. Here, these two. Let me get into those two those. I said that most webtoons get overlooked now when the art style isn't that good. Like looking at these two, let me go into random action panel. Here. Here you see like this panel. This is just identical to the Solo Leveling art style because it's the same studio. But like everything from this studio looks the freaking same. At least like come on, where's good shots? I really like Last Adventurer. Like Last Adventurer is still from the same studio, but it feels like Last Adventurer is getting a bit more love. Just look at TOG season one or look at them season one. I really don't know if they would be as big as now, or if they were released this year with that kind of. They weren't. They wouldn't. They 100% wouldn't. Which is why the barrier to entrance got raised so freaking high. If you're like not at least a mid to high quality artist, you cannot even to begin to post things on Webtoon. But like there are other stories, Matcha Boy, like what's the name? Ari, Sun, and the Reaper. Like that story, uh, that story. It was interesting at first, but like I really don't like it anymore. Like it feels like it's not going anywhere. I know it's hard to draw chapters, but like then make it bi-weekly or something. But like it's like the chapters are too short. It's I don't know. It really is not my cup of tea anymore. Which webtoon? I want to go on Canvas really quick. Let me finish Tower of God and then let's continue this conversation about Canvas and art style. Okay, what is he writing? I really like how this shark-like ancient fish still has like the standard shark multiple teeth rows. Like Sio's monster designs are epic. I really love his monster designs, and I would almost like a story which is just about like the different Shinha, like the different living environments, or like of a Shinha battling it out in like territorial wars or something. I caught him. Burst. The hell is up with this today? Do I have connection issues on stream? No, stream is going fluently, I think. Rupture. Ooh, it went through his neck? Through his head? He did write something here, which almost seems like just lorem ipsum, because it looks like he... Like, we have no idea what it says, because it's like it's written in Maxefian or something, probably. So I'm wondering if he wrote something like, I am invulnerable and I cannot die. Sniper core? I mean, he used his rupture thing like in a very compressed way to make it like maybe move faster or something. I'm also wondering if it's like intended that there are like two white spots over here, or if that is like just artist thing. Did he get decapitated? It worked. But even if Gusting got decapitated, we all know he's not dead. F Gusting 07. Even if Gusting got decapitated, like, yes, he said, if this thing hits me, I'm dead. And everything is like that. But, like, I just don't believe it. And it would be such an anticlimactic death for, like, one of the strongest characters in the story. A story about how the Femheads were climbing the tower would be so good. Also, I feel like there are many opportunities for stories in the same universe as TOG. 100%. Like, similar to how PTJ does it with Manager Kim, you could do, like, Generation Zero story of like the family heads climbing the tower. You could do a story of Urek's time in the tower. You could even do like a quick like 50 chapter webtoon, which is just about how Enryu went through the tower and did his thing, created the floor of death and those things. You could even do like a spin-off where we see like the entire story from Rachel's point of view. But for that, Siu would need to give like up the reins and let other people also do things. And I feel like Siu doesn't really want other people to touch his story. But I don't know. There's Endorsey, my waifu. Those two are really going at it. They say there's nothing scarier than when close friends fight. And there's Enkidu. The slime boy going after... Oh, he's just floating there as well. It's funny, since Siu said he wants to do sports story. Dang. We could have had a sports story? Man, I want to read a sports webtoon. And not fighting, but like actual sport. Holy shit. Help that random. My wife who literally has me sobbing. Oh man, I'm sorry, man. But like, look at her. You cannot her eyes are closed, but like she's gorgeous. Hey, it's like being squeezed between two giant boulders. I thought I was a gunner. That's the guy who stole my chess piece. And Dorsey's a heart. Hey you, give me back my chess piece right now. Whoa, whoa! Hold on! Oh no, he's completely mutated. But he has traumatized King. I need to get it from him somehow. Ugh, gross. What the hell does it keep eating? Wait a minute. I have a good idea. Hey, if you want your chess piece back, I'll give it to you. But you need to do something for me. What? You know that pink skill of yours? Use that skill to bring me closer to Hola. If you do that, I'll give you back your chess piece. Holan keeps on catching L's this whole story. Can you also explain to me why Enkidu... Oh, Enkidu can only take over men, right? Next Horse Riot Volleyball. Enkidu can only take over the bodies of men. That was a plot point, right? That's why he can't take over Endorsey. Like, he killed Tiara, but couldn't take her over. So he can't take over Endorsey, and that's why he's been talking like this now. What? Man, look at her. The proportions are still off. Like, the neck the proportions are so off. Uh, like her neck is almost as big as her head, and I don't know if that is the case for me as well. I don't think so. Yeah, Woodpecker. In the current story arc, there is like a plot, like there's this thing going on where like the two characters that we have seen fighting in the beginning, Gusting and Traumerei, they were having like a match of like, we're going to have a chess match against each other to see like who's going to win this war. Bro doesn't want have anything to do with a woman. You sure that's your wife? Yes, I'm sure. But like recently, the proportions in the webtoon have been off. They had like this chess match, but like before the chess match started, they had like this other game which was like giving people on their side like different chess pieces from like the like just different chess pieces. But if they were to capture, like the person with the chess piece, then in the chess match later, that chess piece wouldn't be on the field. But like I feel like that plot point is going to not be used, or like this chess match is not going to take care of. Perfect, Pyro, so I can have Sooyoung back. No, because those are two completely different stories. Right now we're in Tower of God, not an omniscient reader. Bullshit. How am I supposed to trust you? What reason do you have not to believe me? Lord Gustang is the leader of our family. My main enemy in this war is Traumerei. I really want this king. I want Traumerei's, not his. That's a demon. I don't know if it's demon. We don't really know if she's just a human. Like, I know she has this tiny horn, but I have no idea. It never really got explained if that's like from a race or what the horn is, or like if humans come in all kinds of shapes and sizes in Tower of God, just like in One Piece. As long as I get what I want, I'll give this back to you. Like, if you don't see that horn, just look at her. She's a pretty woman. Really? Of course not, you fool. Of course. If you just get me up close to that guy, I'll give back your chess piece right away. If you want, I'll even tell you how to reach the arena. You mean it? I want it back right away. Absolutely. I'll give it right back so that you can go straight to the arena. Okay, deal. Thanks. Great, we have a deal. I can't believe how gullible she is. Does she really think I would just hand this over to her? Now both chess pieces will be mine. But if you try anything funny, I'll knock you down so hard it'll make your head spin. Alright, fair enough. As soon as he takes a chess piece, I steal them both from him. Brother in Christ, he's a ranker! You're powerful for a regular climber, but there's no way you can win against Enkidu and Dorsey. Why? That's like one of my biggest complaints about Tower of God. Why is every freaking character so fucking cocky? Like, every single character is cocky. Every single character in this story is cocky. Cocky or stupid? Still know what the plan here is. What the fuck is Enkidu gonna do with the chess piece? I don't think it makes a difference to Traumerei. Like, yeah, like the whole chess piece thing just doesn't feel important anymore. It was there for like the chess match between Traumerei and Gustang, but now Traumerei and Gustang are already battling each other. So the whole chess thing, is that really important? Pride is a sin, guys. Pride is the biggest sin of them all. It's not murder, it's pride. Pretty soon. Look at how smug they're both smiling. Both kings will be mine. But I feel like, in this case, I'm on Enkidu's side. Yes, and Dorsey has like this super powerful movement ability of Bong Bong, but come on, he's like a ranker who Enkidu was like fighting together with Traumerei for years, decades probably, maybe even like centuries. And also, like, Belerier has like way more experience, is way stronger. So like, even if she has freaking Bong Bong, I don't see how there's any chance she can get out of this. It's just like stupid. Chess game was approved by Flora Admin, so it has a meaning. But it has a meaning, but like if Traumerei or Gusting, like if Traumerei or Gusting die in their match right now, the chess game doesn't hold a meaning anymore, right, Violin? It has a meaning because it got approved by the floor admin, but like it's it loses all meaning if like in the battle between Gusting and Traumerei, one dies. And it's not doesn't get interrupted and like put back. Was this the last chapter? Like, I don't know when was Kun's death. Kun's apparent death. Still pretty sure Trauma wouldn't care. Pretty sure he's powerful enough to just get it back easily. Let's go on Fantasy Canva. Sort by popularity. Popularity. Even though they're like fantasy, it seems more like most of them are going into the romance section. Romance or comedy? I want to see like actual world's strongest guild receptionists. Okay, this is like a Canva story, right? Is it a Canva story? Yeah, romance is like the biggest thing on Webtoon. But like still, even though it's like a non-official story, like yes, this person is like doing it seems like shorter things. Like the art style is still incredible. A GL? GL? Do you mean BL? Or did I miss anything? Girl love. Where was a GL story? Like I see the multiple BL stories. BL. Boy girlfriend is such a weird name. BL. Webtoon's EN ranking is so trash. Like how Tower God can be lower ranked in fantasy than some 20 to 40 chapter story with less like under a chapter and some late season 3 chapters. Boy girlfriend isn't that bad, not gonna lie. I have not read it, but like the name sounds just weird to me. Webtoon's rating is utter garbage. You're completely right, Violin. Because if you let's go into hidden class gravity user. I'm the strongest transcendent. Those two are new. Then let's go into my readings. Let's go into Tower of Gods, Kubera, Lookism, Study Group, Race Estate Developer, and Omniscient. And then you see 8. That's an incredibly low rating for Webtoon. An 8 out of 10 stars is incredibly low. 8.88. Incredibly low. Because Tower of God, 9.86. Kubera, 9.7. Lookism, 9.77. Study Group, 9.71. Greatest Estate Developer, 9.92. Omniscient Reader, 9.91. These ratings mean nothing. Everybody is just like, I feel like people are just giving it 10 out of 10 stars. Only fans rate the stars. Yeah. If something is actually worse than an 8 on Webtoon, I feel like that story must be terrible. Which is super stupid. I only rate things I really like. I technically never rated anything on Webtoon at all. But that's just like because I feel like rating on Webtoon is useless because man, I wish to be an artist. Okay, let's go into action. Oh, there's the GL story. Okay, let's go into sort by date so that I can just find a new one. Okay. Let's look at... Like, you can see how people are trying themselves out. Like, this person is drawing something. It's just like this panel. How is this a chapter, by the way? Sorry, man. Look at rank by genre. Genre. Is it by popularity? I mean, I don't... I rank. How do you... How do I filter like that? By likes? No, that's like this. I can't believe that this is so high. It's insane. Oh, if I click on fantasy... I click on fantasy by popularity, and yeah. Yes, that's Teenage Mercenary you probably just saw. I find it funny how all these like Empress, like all these shoujo art style looking ones. I don't know, like these, what are they called? Like villainous regression stories. Let's call them that. How are these? They are so popular on Webtoon. Probably because they have the romance element and everything. I wonder what the female to male demographic on Webtoon is. Tower of God is down here in popularity. I don't know how freaking... How popularity is ranked. Oh, the Knights only lives today. Did I already like this one? This looks familiar. I don't know how popularity is ranked. What does popularity mean? Because it's like... Popularity is like not rating, right? Because if we look at Tower of God and then One Husband is Enough, Tower of God is at 9.86 and that is at 8.41. But this one is before this one, so it's not like star ranking. Is popularity like how many people liked the latest chapter? So like, this has 9,000, I didn't even need to click on that. This has 15,000 likes and this has 9,000 likes. So why is it in front of that? I don't really understand the rating. And how does this look? This looks like somebody starting their, like, already a good chunk in their art journey, but like still not in like the incredible levels. There's like no, not shitting on the person, but like you have to compare it to like the professionals, right? I can compare it to amateurs, but what use is it to compare it to other amateurs? Like, you want to compete with the big names, right? Like, overall, the art style doesn't look bad. It just feels like not on the same level as things you would see on Webtoon. It is a very, like, Dragon Ball-esque art style. It's a very bad ranking system for sure, but I also feel like the star ranking system is just horrible to begin with. It's a very Dragon Ball style, based on how many people have it on their reading list, reading it or not. I have no idea. With good art, but probably won't get much attention because of the art style. Like, the Violent Prince. I mean, the Violets, not... Yeah, That jump scared me. Like, this looks very pretty. But, like, because it's hidden in Canva and you need to go out of your way to search it, I feel like almost no one will discover it. Even though right now this is just... It's a prologue, so it's like a lore drop. It's like a lore bomb. Damn, it's decently long. You like hero killer art. But yeah, like looking at this here with the human, like that's not bad. That's pretty good. Twice. And see, this person is even taking their time because they know it's hard to produce this shit. They're probably doing this all by themselves. Twice per month. That's fair. And only 12 likes. 1 Patreon. Freaking 5 comments. Like, looking at this art style, this is pretty. DJ, hello, Mad Jeezy. Let me like this. Let me subscribe to this. I haven't even read anything. I just scrolled through it. But like, I'm going to read this. I'm going to read those 3 chapters available on my own, and I'm going to see if I might do something on that on stream. The hell is Pyro? This looks like super professional. Don't know about Canvas, but in Webtoon Korean Naver, they had Best Challenge, and if you win, you can put your story in the main Webtoon page. This is how in 2010 Siu made TOG. That sounds cool, but I also feel like Siu obviously made it in like a very different time. What I remember now is like, depending, like Webtoon sees how popular your story is. So if you do good on Canva, they will reach out to you and like message you about what if you want to become a Webtoon original. And then your story starts from chapter 1 again on Webtoon original. This guy started in 2020. Like, this looks epic. This is like on original level. I would not be surprised if this would become an original in like the near future. I'm bookmarking this as well. It even has like, it has 2. Are we still in Canva? We're in Canva. This has 2.1 million views, 9.58 rating, 53,000 people are following it. What the freak? Like, if we go on originals, Webtoon, and then go on like hidden class, like this thing here has more views than hidden class gravity user. Yes, hidden class gravity user only started like a month ago. Like, yeah, like a month ago, and this started like 4 years ago. But you get my point, right? Oh man, I feel like Canva needs more attention. I really hate how I want all of these artists, like artists of like a decently, like these artists, like this guy or the one we have seen before that. These guys deserve to do it like full time. Like, look at the quality of all of that. Look at the quality of these drawings. They're actually like a full team. Holy sheesh, they're like a full team. Are they doing this full time? Advertised to you, so it's natural that it has lots when it first starts. Yeah, it's like it's like a different starting point of quality. Like, this one seems to be quite the popular Canva. Interesting. But yeah, enough ramblings about all the different things. We read Tower of God. Tower of God's chapter was not weak this week. I feel like it's still decent. I feel like it's developing. I feel like this battle could be interesting, but the problem is I don't really care too much about the arc right now. It's quite sad. I want to care, but I just cannot really. So I want the character. I pretty much want a new arc to start and maybe have like a restart, like introduce me to a character that I should care about for, and then make this character the center of this arc. I wouldn't even mind if like they have it like this concept in every single arc. Like we go to the next floor or we go to a certain floor. Bum meets person A. Person A is like important or has like some sort of quest on this floor, and Bum is working together with that person. And then we see like the story of that person develop throughout like their adventure throughout the floor. We care about this person, we care about the problem being solved. And this whole thing leads to Bum getting stronger, fighting, and getting more influence in the tower maybe. Also, you're adding only one more story which wins in a poll. Personality is kind of shitty, not God. I'm going to, from the poll thing, the winner of the poll is going to be the story that I'm going to read next on like Mondays after the Tower of God. So like, depending on what wins, I'm going to read the entire story in one like over multiple weeks on Mondays after the Tower of God stream. I might start Tower of God a bit earlier then. And then when I'm finished, I don't know if I will do another poll or if I will do like, I will just do the runner up next. I don't know if I will, which way I will do that. But like, depending on which one is going to win. Like, looking at what still is there. Like, all of these are decently long and are going to take me quite some time. So, no matter what is going to win, it's going to be the story that I will be reading for the next coming time. The other stories are not like I'm not going to read them. I want to read all of them. I don't know if I will read all of them on stream or if I will read some of them on my own time. Like, a few of them I am keeping for streaming. Like, Kubera is an obvious one. Hero Killer is one. The World After the Fall is one. I'm the Grim Reaper is one. The Raven King. Like, all these kind of things are for sure left for stream. But even if, let's say, Hero Killer doesn't become like the winner, we could make it like I'm going to read through it in like the order of things. So like, let's say Kubera wins. That means I will read Kubera first. Then the thing that got second place, I will read next. Then we have the then we need to see like the votings in like which are like third and fourth place, and we will see like which one will be like had a higher outcome of that. We can see that, but I feel like it's still it's still a bit away. I haven't read I'm the Grim Reaper since like chapter 90. Is it doing okay right now? I have no idea. I have not even read chapter 1 of I'm the Grim Reaper. But I got it got recommended to me, so I was just thinking I would try it out sometime in the future. You still need to vote, Masha. Yes, you do. Wait, which one is going on right now? I feel like that one should be over pretty soon. It's the Kubera versus Greatest Estate Developer votes. 3 hours left, and Kubera is slightly behind. Slightly behind. Like 33 votes. Like, that's the same amount of things, which is also funny. If you look at the votes in my community section, you might think that Hero Killer lost against Teenage Mercenary, but Hero Killer did not lose against Teenage Mercenary. I'm always ending the polls after 24 hours. And after 24 hours, Hero Killer was ahead of Teenage Mercenary. Right now, Teenage Mercenary seems to have won the poll, but after 24 hours when the poll actually got cut off, Hero Killer was the winner. So Hero Killer did go on. And currently it seems like the greatest estate developer is going to win against Kubera. It's really good, but it has a bit of a drop after the end battle kind of thing. I mean, every story has its problems somewhere. I don't think there's such a thing as like the perfect story. I really don't think it like that. I wouldn't think. I don't think. I don't think. Hero Killer against Teenage was crazy. Both are really good. Yeah. But I think this is about the time for me to end stream today. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope all of you had a nice day today. Maybe we're going to see each other tomorrow for the Omniscient Ria's Viewpoint stream if that's something you guys are interested in and are reading that story, are caught up to that story. If not, maybe until next week, maybe until another stream or something else. Teenage Mercenary fan for life. Sadly, Teenage Mercenary got knocked out of the bracket so far. But it will come back one day. So everything that's left to be said for now is stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay cultured. Pyro, out. Bye. How much coins do you have, Matcha?